Are you on the gear, Fixie? You on the gear? Greyhound racing, plenty of drugs in that. Horse racing, greyhound racing. You're paid to win. Over 200 Kenyan athletes, this is from the Kenyan Athletics Federation, over 200 Kenyan athletes tested positive in 2014. People saying, oh, but running doesn't have a doping problem. Every sport has. It's not just Kenyans, it's not just Aussies, it's not just Americans, it's not just Russians. Every sport, your job, you're paid to fucking win. Alright? Especially with individual. Cycling's a lot different because you can be pretty good at cycling around the corners, hand water bottles, and don't even finish the race. All right, you can be a professional cyclist and not finish any race ever. You're what's called a domestic. You hand bottles. You protect your lead rider from the wind, etc. All right. So cycling is one sport where you can be a professional full natty. All right. But running, swimming, athletics, tennis. Does tennis have a steroid problem? You fucking bet. Tennis Federation. If you get caught for drugs, for steroids, or EPO, the Federation isn't legally obliged to make that test positive to the public. A lot of journalists speculate that Nadal, full natty bra Nadal, got pinged, and the Tennis Federation just served him a little suspension, have a few months off, miss the Olympics, blah, 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 you're good to go. Because I'll tell you what, it's fucking business, man. People say, but do you have any proof? This is why people take drugs, is because they make money off you noobs buying the products they endorse. Alright? Do you know how fucking easy it is to get performance-enhancing drugs? I did plenty of videos about this. I can go to any fucking doctor in Australia. 99.9% of doctors in Australia will give me a shitload of performance-enhancing drugs. And if I deal a little bit deeper, I can get what's called a therapeutic use exemption form, a TUE, so I can legally take at least 20 banned drugs legally. So it's a load of fucking bullshit, alright? I tell you fucking what, it's not just the Kenyans, man. It's everybody's on the gear. If you want to win big events, man. A Kenyan 2:10 marathoner said, look, everyone's on it. A 2:10 marathoner. And then you have Paula Radcliffe, who's a 2:15 fucking marathoner, saying, drug cheats should be banned for life. How the fuck did Paula Radcliffe run a 2:15 marathon full natty bra? And when one of Kenyan's best runners recently, a 2:24 marathoner, she got busted for EPO running a 2:24 in Chicago. And Paula Radcliffe ran 9 minutes faster than a Kenyan who's been running since 10 years old, running to school, poverty, wants to escape poverty. So you got a Kenyan on EPO, Kenyan genetics, Kenyan talent, Kenyan mindset, I've got to win to fucking eat. And you got Paula Radcliffe with the nerve to say, I ran 2:15 world record in 2003, hasn't been beaten in 12 years, and I ran that fully clean. You know, so that's the craziness of the world, man. It's a cutthroat world. You got to understand, man. People die every day from starvation. Over 30,000 kids die today because they don't have enough money to eat and drink. And you're trying to tell me, oh, but an athlete wouldn't be tempted to win $1 million prize money by taking drugs they could get legally from their doctor. Delusional. You're a fucking noob. You got people like Ronnie Coleman, police officer in the United States, saying, oh, I'm proof you can be full natural. You know? You got people like Darlene Bailey. I wouldn't do steroids. I just know. Like, this is just hard work. And you got the suckers who believe all the hype out there. Lance Armstrong. What am I on? I'm on my bike 6 hours a day. I've been saying it for like over 12 years, Lance is on the gear. Not because I hate Lance. I admire the work he does and the mindset. But it's just fucking business, man. And anyone to say otherwise, you're purely a noob, you're purely delusional. Or you've actually got a business and you want to protect it. And that's fair enough.